Hi there, Joe from Kingston's, and today we've come up to Persimmon's George Ward Gardens to come and take a look at a 3-bedroom semi-detached property. In fact, we're on Teachers Way, so if you follow the road down in that direction, that's where you come to the centre of the development and you'll come out onto Bath Road as if you're heading out towards Whitley, Atworth and Corsham. And of course, if you come down there and turn in left, that's where you'll go down towards Melksham and you cross the A350. In terms of walking, it's going to take you around about 10 to 15 minutes to get into the centre of town. If you're on a bike, it takes me 3 minutes to get here from the office, and in a car it's probably going to take you around about 5 minutes. So these houses now are around about 3 years old, and the development is now completely finished. We're right on the edge of the development. So if I take you round, we come down to the end here, you can see that we've got the end of the development out towards Dunch Lane. You've got the old playing field to the school on the far side, which you can go out and play with your kids or maybe even take the dogs for a walk. We've also got this green space here, and with that you've also got a play area for the children. So on the edge of town, nice and easy to get into town. Of course, we've got a nice little green space just here. And to get out towards Corsham, you can walk out that direction too, and you've got some lovely green walks out towards Neston, etc. But we're coming down and we're on the driveway currently. So we've got 2 parking spaces to the front, side by side, which is nice instead of being to the one behind the other. We then have our access gate round to the garden there, so you do have side access. You've got some place for storing your bins, etc. too. And of course, we've got the front door. We have a cloakroom as we go on through. We then have a good sized living room. Following that, we go out to the rear and we've got a nice kitchen diner out there too. So with that, you can get a 6-seater table. It's not one of the ones that is quite cramped. You can actually move around a table and everything there. And then we've got patio doors out to the garden. As we go on upstairs, we've got 2 double bedrooms. The main one being at the front here, which also has an ensuite and a built-in cupboard. And then of course, we've got that second double facing out towards the rear with a single bedroom as well, being bedroom number 3. And we also have a family bathroom in the middle. The main thing I like about this house is as you go out into the garden, you'll see that it's absolutely bathed in sunlight, which is fantastic, but it's got a really good sized garden. A lot of the other properties facing in towards the development are very much overlooked, which this one doesn't have properties down behind it. It's got a nice tree line, and of course it's also quite small, whereas this one extends right down, so we have an area of patio, plenty of space for seating, barbecues, entertaining. That then goes on to an area of astroturf, and then beyond that we've got a second area of the garden which is cornered off, and then we've got a large shed across the rear too. But that's enough of me telling you about it out here. Let me take you on in and show you. Having come through the door, we're in our hallway where we're looking on down to the living room and then through on into the kitchen. On the right, you can see up to our stairs, which lead to the first floor. So you come around the corner, you see where it just pops around the corner, space for a unit or coats and shoes. If I pull open the door, you can see here that we're looking to the cloakroom. On the left-hand side, we've got a corner pedestal wash and basin with tile splashback. We've got a radiator and a low-level WC, frosted window to the front and extract fan. Push that to, we then have our front door. You see that has 2 frosted glass panels. We have an inset floor mat. On the right hand side, you can see our fuse board, and as we come on down is where we have our radiator, and we're coming straight on through to the living room. A window to the left with a radiator split out towards the front. As we pan around, plenty of space for sofas, TV units, chairs, etc. We have our opening through to our kitchen diner, and it used to have a door, but it's currently just an opening. On the right hand side, you can see we've got an understairs storage cupboard. If we come and stand in the front here, we'll pan around, plenty of power points potted around. We've got a sky point on the left, and on the right, you can see a television point. There's our doorway back through to our hallway. So we continue to pan around. We then have our view out to the front. So you can see out onto the driveway where we started just a couple of minutes ago. We'll then come on down into the far end of the living room and we'll pan around again. And heading over to the corner. So good sized room here. Plenty of space for units and sofas. But we're coming on into the kitchen diner. We have a radiator here on the left hand side as we look across the dining section. We've got some power points there with USB points. We have our French doors leading out towards the rear. If we come on down here and then pan around from the corner, you can see here that we have a mix of base and eye level units with worktop space over. We've got a single light here in the kitchen area. You see that we have a set of inset LED lights. On the far end, we've got the units down here. We've got plenty of space for a 6-seater table. As we look round to the left, you can see where we have space for a washing machine. As we then move on round, you see that we have a 1.5 bowl stainless steel sink unit with single drainer and mixer tap. We then have our window out towards the rear. As we come on over, in the corner is where we have our boiler. And as we continue around, you see that we have a electric fan assisted oven, followed by a 4-ring gas hob. Above that, we have a stainless steel splashback, along with an extractor hood. And then just down here at the end of the units, you see we have a power point, and that's where we have space for a fridge freezer. We'll pan around again from the far end here. Let's look back towards the dining area. And while we're here, there's a quick view out into the garden. And then again from the French doors. But we're going to head on up the stairs. We're going to explore the bedrooms and the bathrooms. As we come on up to the top of the stairs, we're on the landing. As we pan around back towards the front, on the right hand side, we have the rear of the property. We have 2 smaller bedrooms. In the middle is where we have our family bathroom. In the center, you can see that we have our airing cupboard. And then we're making our way towards the front, which is where we have the main bedroom. So of course we have the window to the front, radiator below. On the far wall here, you see we've got some power points. That's to note where the double bed will go. So plenty of space for nightstands either side. If we come on in and pan around, we then come around to some more power points. You then see that we have a doorway through and into the ensuite. Down behind the door, we have a overstairs storage cupboard. And then of course we have our door back through to the landing. On the wall, you can also see a control settings for the heating. While we're here, we'll have another quick view out to the front. And then as we open up the door, you can see we're coming on through into the ensuite. I'm just going to pop the light on. As we come on down on the left hand side, we have a low level WC, followed by a shower enclosure with sliding glass doors. Got tile splashback extending all the way to the ceiling, and that is a main shower. So we continue around to the right, we have a frost window to the right. We have an extractor over the top of that, pedestal washout basin with tile splashback, and a heated towel on the right hand side. So that is our ensuite. We'll make the way towards the rear. We're coming into bedroom number 2. So another double bedroom. So you see we've got the power points on the wall, once again denoting where the bed should go. Got the window out towards the rear, radiator below. Got some more power points over here behind the door, and we also have a television point. As we continue to pan across, looking back towards the landing. So as a child's bedroom before, we had a campsite bed, but you can get a double bed in here, plus a wardrobe, etc. While we're here, I'll give you a view out towards the rear. And then as we come on through into bedroom number 3. So this is the smallest of the bedrooms. So this would be a single or an office space. You'd easily be able to get a single bed in here and a couple of bits of furniture. Got a window out towards the rear, radiator below. So we come on over to the corner. Got a couple of power points in here. So we look back towards where we've come on through. And we'll give you another view out to the rear. As you can see there, So we'll pop on into the bathroom to finish off internally. So you can see here as we come on through, we have an extractor fan. At the bottom on the right, you see we have low level WC, followed by a pedestal wash hand basin. You see we then have tile splashback at the beginning. We have a frosted windowed side. Below that is where we have our bath. See those tile splashbacks continuing along as it extends down. And if I pull the door too slightly, you can see that we have a heated towel rail tucked down behind the door. But we'll then make our way out to the garden, where we'll start here on the patio in the corner. And you can see that extending up towards the rear. Really good area of patio. You see we've got the fence line on the left hand side. So we've got some sleepers, then giving us an area of lawn where it's an astroturf actually. As we pan across the right hand side, we can see the rear of the property. We've got the French doors, outside power point, as well as an outside tap. If we then pan around to the side, we've got this gated section at the front, and we've got another gate to the rear. Nice little area sectioned off, which you can put your bins, as you can see they've done at the moment. We're then going to make our way up to the end here and pan back across this patio, so you can see just how much space we've got. Great for entertaining, so it would be ideal for a large set of tables with chairs. Could even be a set of outside sofas, barbecue, etc. Then as we look down towards the rear, you can see this astroturf extending all the way down with the path. All that has been done since the property has been owned. You see we've got another small area of fencing. We've got the gate in the middle, so we're leading us through into this large storage shed to the rear, currently opened. You see what this gravel area and also the patio extending up towards the rear. As we then pan back towards the rear of the property, so you can see just how large that patio area is and just how much garden space we have here, especially considering that the property is a modern build. So there's a quick view inside the shed. Potentially somebody could want to convert this into maybe an office space, maybe put a hot tub out here, lots of different options. As we look back towards the rear, that's where we're going to finish today with 48 Teachers Way.